Hello, it's Brenda with Roaming and Recording, and today we're going to show you our Oceanview cabin on the Celebrity Summit. It was our first time on Celebrity, so what'd we think? All right, we have just had, I think, our first 24 hours on the Celebrity Summit. And just to let you know, we started cruising in 1996 on Carnival with our son. He was, I think, 13 at the time. And then we cruised Princess, and then we cruised a lot on NCL, and we also have cruised on Oceania. And so we wanted to try out Celebrity, and we did a couple of really kind of different things this time, didn't we?
Yeah, we're really kind of impressed so far with our experience. So we weren't sure because we have never gone with them before, but so far it's been really nice.
Yeah, so in addition to doing a new cruise line, we wanted to try out an ocean view. Normally we get balconies, and I think we both love the balconies, but we thought, well, you know, let's try ocean view because, you know, sometimes you want to save some money and cruise more cruises. So we did it on this one. What do you think?
Yeah, it's good. It's our first time, I think, on a Forward cabin, and it's a really big porthole, so it's really nice. We're really impressed with it.
Yeah.
And I think the cabin is bigger because of the porthole, and since there's no balcony, you have extra space inside the cabin too. So it seems really a lot bigger than we're used to.
Yeah, I was really worried it was going to feel really claustrophobic, but it just doesn't.
Yeah, the window's so big that you really can't feel claustrophobic, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's real nice. I like it so far.
The other thing that we were kind of impressed with was the Embarkation. You know, we had some on NCL that were, I don't know, they just took a lot of time.
Yeah, it seemed like the check-in on other lines was slower. Oceania, I think, was better than NCL.
Took a lot of
but this one was really quick, very quick, we thought. And one thing that was different is that they leave your key at your cabin door, which before they used to give it to you as you were boarding. So that was different, but it seemed to work out really well.
Yeah, I think it actually sped it up because you didn't have to go to another line to pick up your key.
Right.
You know, they just scanned you and you went. And first I thought, well, that's kind of weird to have the key on the door. You know, that's not very secure. But then I thought about it, and you don't have anything in there until you,
no.
You know,
so,
go to it.
Yeah, so that seemed to work out pretty good. And I think they've been doing it for a while, so I don't think they've had any problems that I've heard of. So it worked out well for us.
And the health check was easy to do. You know, no more of the COVID things that you know were a few years ago. So that's nice. And the muster was pretty much online, and then you just went in and you checked on. So really, you got on the ship so quickly. Very impressed.
Yeah, very good.
So we've been to the main restaurant for breakfast.
Right, and it was good, very good.
Big portions.
Yep.
And I love poached eggs, and they do a nice poached egg, so that's always good.
Yes, so that was really good. And then last night we went to Tuscany restaurant, which is a specialty restaurant, and it was very good. It was very good too, and the service was excellent.
I know we both had the filet mignon, and mine was done perfectly. I like it medium rare, and it was perfect.
It was great.
I had a really interesting salad that was kind of like a mozzarella kind of ball and some pesto and a stewed tomato. It was really nice and refreshing.
Yep, it was very good.
And the creme brulee was very good. It was a pistachio creme brulee. So far we're real impressed with the food as well.
Yep.
And we like to go to the casino.
So the casino is nice and big. It was last night was pretty crowded, but that was because it's the first night, I think. So, but it's bigger than most small ship casinos, I believe.
Yeah, like Oceania was so small.
Yeah, it was very small, but it wasn't crowded though. Like this one's pretty crowded, but we had a good time. But we didn't lose too much last night. We'll see what we do today. But I was impressed with the casino.
I think one thing that I'm super impressed with is the Wi-Fi. We have the unlimited Wi-Fi, and it's that Starlink. And this is the first time we've been on a ship with Starlink. I think a lot of the lines are kind of going over Starlink, but I'm impressed with that because we have a business, and so, you know, I like to kind of keep up on my email, and I don't have to log in and log out like we did on NCL when they kind of restrict you. And it wasn't an exorbitant price to have the unlimited Wi-Fi.
Yep.
So far that's been really great, and you know, you've got it too, so it's not like you have to share devices.
Yeah, it works very well. And did you mention the app too?
Their I love their app. Their app is so good. Yeah. One, Oceania needs an app, and NCL needs to step up their app because Celebrity has it all over them on that. You can make your reservations, you can look at your room charges, you can, you know, see everything. It's just not a scroll, it's very interactive and really good. And
you can even text each other through the app too, which is really nice to have.
Yeah, that's super nice because sometimes he gets lost in the casino.
Yeah. So,
and then let's see. So the other thing we did is, it was a little exhausting our first day yesterday. So we watched some movies in the cabin, and that was nice. They were free, so there were no extra charges. And then we watched a movie in the theater, which was kind of fun. I haven't been to a movie theater in a long time, so you had that big TV screen.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been real cool if it was an action film, because I think that would really do well at a huge theater.
Right.
But it was really fun to have that. They did have popcorn, I think, available. I know, you know, we smelled it, but we were up on the top thing, and we had just come back from Tuscany, so I don't think I had one more.
Yeah, we were at the 10:15 showing too, so basically all by ourselves there too. So, but it was good. It's really nice.
So our overall is, what do you think? You think?
I'm impressed so far. I really like it. So I'm real happy with it.
I think I do too. And like I said, we went to Oceania earlier in the year, and that was an amazing trip. And I just kind of was a little worried about Celebrity. I thought, well, after Oceania, it's not going to be as nice. But I think it's kind of in the same realm, because Oceania is the next step up from NCL, and then from Oceania goes to Regent. And this one, I believe, is Royal Caribbean, and then it goes to Celebrity, and then I think it goes to Silver Seas. I can't remember. So I think, you know, comparing apples to apples almost.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with it. Certainly, I think we should consider this line again.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep.
But we have 4 more days.
Okay.
This is room 6002, so it is forward. And you've got storage there, lots of door space. Over here is some closet area. Very nice. Lots of space to hang your stuff up. I'll do the bathroom in a minute. So this is the bed. And there is a little seating area over here. I'll go up here and see if there's any, I don't see any USB or anything yet. That. And a little vanity area, that's very nice. Oh, here's all the plugs here, which is real nice. They have European and US and USB. And I'm going to show you our view right now, because that's kind of interesting. We're still in the port of Miami, so we're looking at a Carnival ship. And we'll go back over this way, and we'll show you the restroom here. Nice big TV screen right opposite the bed. And the bathroom is small, but it certainly has space for everything that you might need. And it has a nice shower area. And it's got amenities. So, all in all, we usually get the balcony, but this is kind of cool being up front. What about you, Craig? Do you like it?
I like it so far.
The Summit has a solarium pool, which is for adults only, but in that area there's hot tubs, which they say children can come in, which is rather interesting. There is also a very large, well-equipped gym, and there's male and female shower and locker rooms available. Anyone on the ship can access those 3 areas. The Persian Garden is an extra fee. We did take advantage of this. It was nice. It had, you know, your steam rooms and your saunas and your salt room. But considering other ships that we've been on, I thought it was kind of lacking in privacy and in amenities. It just didn't seem as exclusive. And we only ended up going twice. So I probably wouldn't do that a second time on a celebrity ship, but I'll never say never. All right, we are back from our 5-day Celebrity Summit cruise. What'd you think overall?
I liked it. I thought it was really good. It's the first time on Celebrity, and it worked out real well, I thought.
Yeah. Earlier in the video, we had given you our impression after our first 24 hours. So now we'd kind of like to tell you what things have changed our mind and what things kind of remained the same now that we've been on it for 5 days. So let's start, Craig, with the restaurants and the foods.
The restaurants, the specialty restaurants were very good. There's only a couple of them, but they were very good. I was disappointed in the buffet. I thought it was very limited selection, and I didn't think the food was that great, to tell you the truth. So I wasn't really happy with the buffet. I think Oceania and NCL both do it a lot better, but the specialty restaurants were very good. I really enjoyed those.
I enjoyed the Tuscany, the steak restaurant. That was excellent. And then we dined twice at the La Petite, which is kind of like a little animated dinner, and kind of, you know, your tabletop kind of comes alive. It's really a lot of fun. We did it twice. I liked the first one that we attended, which we had the beef brisket. It was a better animation, if you will, and the food was better. The second one, the lobster, which was really full of people. The first one wasn't, but the second one was. And I thought the lobster was, although it was done perfectly, was really small. I was hungry after I left. And I'm with you on the buffet. I think the buffet needs work. A lot of the food was cold. The main dining room was good, except for your steak.
Yeah, the main dining room steaks usually just aren't that good for some reason. I don't know why. I guess
across every line practically, except for Oceania, because I think they grill them to order for you there on the buffet.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not as good as the specialty restaurants, which the steak is very good on that.
All right. So between Oceania and NCL and Celebrity, who's got your vote for best food and restaurants?
I gotta reach over and get my paddle. Oceania.
All right. Yep. I think we're both in agreement on that one.
Yep.
Let's move to the ship decor and the layout. Now let's first talk apples, oranges, and apples to oranges and apples to apples, because we've been on big ships like NCL Bliss, which holds about 4,000 people, medium-sized ones like the Gem, which is about the same size as the Celebrity ship we were on, about 2,000 people, and then the Oceania, which had 1,200 people. So you got to keep that in mind with our review on what amenities they had. But overall, I thought the layout was nice. It was easy to get around, easy to find things. It was very pretty.
Yeah, it was very, it seemed to be a very modern ship. It was very well done, I thought. The layout was great. They had casino it was really a nice one for a smaller ship. They had a lot of modern slot machines, and they had lots of tables to play on. That was really nice. The spa was a little bit lacking.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't as good as the other Oceania or NCL.
Right. And again, we've been on really large ships where the spas are really huge and they're very private, a lot more amenities. I was a little disappointed with Celebrity, like your locker area wasn't exclusive. Somebody could come off the pool area and go in there. They had co-ed saunas and things like that, but it wasn't a huge variety. And then the Solarium, where the water therapy was, that was adults only, but in that same exact area, they had hot tubs, and it had big signs that said kids could be in the hot tubs. And I thought that made no sense to me. So I think that I preferred NCL's spa area much better. And honestly, if we sailed on the Summit again, I would not upgrade to the spa. We just didn't use it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it was, but it didn't seem to be very private, and it didn't seem to have a lot that we would use. So I don't think we would upgrade again to that.
Yeah. So ship decor, amenities, all that good stuff. Who's got your vote?
I think, we changed paddles. NCL. Yep.
And again, we've been on big ships and large ships, but I just think that they have something for everyone. Yeah. And part of that is really great. And then part of it is what you're after. For instance, if you want a cruise with very few children, you don't want to book a ship with go-karts.
Yeah.
So, you know, but yeah, I think that NCL has it a little bit over that just on variety and their spa area, and the casino is much larger.
Right. Yep.
All right. So let's talk about our cabin. Just a reminder that we usually get a balcony cabin. The reason we did Oceanview this time is because we've got a big trip coming up next year to the Greek islands, and the cost difference between an Oceanview and a balcony was really huge. And we thought, do we really want to shell out that much more money for a balcony when it's so port intensive? Hey, let's try out a balcony room. So we did. I mean, an Oceanview room.
Right. Yeah, and I was surprised. I didn't think I was really going to like it, but for 5 days I'd say, well, I can put up with it. The weather's going to be nice. I can be out of the cabin a lot, but I thought it was really nice. The window, porthole, was really big, so it let in a lot of sunshine, which was really nice. So I enjoyed that. It was forward-looking, which is a little bit different. But I thought, overall, I thought it was really nice, a nice cabin, and I think certainly should consider it in the future.
Yeah, I would too. My only complaint on our cabin was that the shower area was pretty small, but the cabin itself didn't seem cramped. It seemed very spacious. I think we actually had a little more room because we didn't have a balcony. I think there was just a little more interior room to walk around.
Yeah, they seem to have a lot of storage area too. Seemed like it was more than the other ones.
Yeah, we had more than enough room. It didn't feel like it was crowded or you know, cluttered up, you know, with things. We had a spot for everything. So I really liked the cabin. But between Oceania, NCL, and Celebrity, who's got your vote for that?
I guess I'm going to have to go with Oceania.
Yep, me too. But again, you know, we had a balcony on that, and I don't think you can really compare balconies to the other, but that's our preference.
Yep.
There was nothing wrong with that room, though. It was a great room.
Very nice.
Yeah. Anybody who's thinking about an Oceanview room, I would absolutely recommend that room.
Yep.
So the Wi-Fi, let's talk Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi was really great on Celebrity with a caveat. So earlier I told you that we had the unlimited Wi-Fi and we were really impressed. Well, as we got to see, I found out that basic unlimited Wi-Fi that they give you in your package will not allow you to FaceTime or do like the WhatsApp video calls home. And I like to do that. I like to, you know, call my family at home and see my cat. And so we did have to upgrade that, but it was a pretty inexpensive upgrade. I think it was like $8 to do that. But had we not had to, you know, do that, I could get my email, I could get text messages. You know, I couldn't really upload too many things. It was incredibly slow, but I think that's kind of standard across the board with most.
Yeah, I think it worked out real well.
Yeah, it did. So I was happy. And the Starlink, I think, is a game changer. So I am going to give the Wi-Fi to Celebrity.
Yep.
Next, we're going to talk about service.
Service is great. Service is always great on cruises. It's incredible how these people provide the service. They're always friendly, always helpful,
always happy.
Goodness gracious, yeah.
And they're always working. I mean, you see them in the morning, you see them late at night, and they're still just, you know, full of energy. I don't think I can give one cruise line a service award over another one, because every single one I've been on has been just fabulous.
Yeah, and this was no exception. And the person we had was really great. She was a little bit disappointed that we didn't need more service from her. She kept asking us what she could do for us, so that was really great. But we're pretty self-sufficient, so we didn't need a whole lot of care. So.
Yeah, we're pretty low maintenance.
Yeah. But again, the service on these cruise lines is just incredible.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd give it a 3-way tie on that.
Yep.
All right, let's talk entertainment. But before we do, let's talk a little bit about the different ships that we are, kind of comparing. Because when I look at what we've been on NCL, we've been on some that have 4,000, people on it, and they have the go-karts, they have the theaters, they have, laser tag, they have, and a lot of things. And then we've been on smaller ships that had some Broadway shows, and then we've been on other ships that are very small that don't have as much. So kind of taking that all into perspective, what did you think about the entertainment?
On Celebrity, I wasn't really impressed with it. Maybe it was because it's a short 5-day cruise, I'm not sure. But it just didn't have any Broadway style shows. It didn't really have anything that I saw that...
It had music reviews, and then it had a comedian, and it had a magician, I believe.
But I think he canceled, didn't it?
The magician did cancel.
I don't know
yeah.
if it was a he or she, but...
Yeah. And one of the comedians canceled as well. He did one show and didn't do the other one,
yeah.
right?
So we saw a movie, one of the new movies out there on the big screen, which is kind of neat. I haven't seen a new movie on big screen in a long time.
And they had that outside area with the movies, which looked pretty cool.
Yeah, that was kind of neat too.
Yeah.
And then they had the games that the staff puts on. Those are fun to go to. So.
And those are kind of standard across. So, between the 3 lines, who do you think does entertainment best?
Oh, I think without a doubt NCL does.
Yeah.
They do a really great job.
And I will say that, again, this was a smaller ship and it was a 5-day cruise. So I'm not saying that that's, standard, or that Celebrity might not have it all over NCL if we were on a larger or a longer trip. But just on this particular one, yeah.
That was our experience.
That was it. And the value, how did you feel about the value?
Well, like I say, I think the ocean view is fine. And if you can get it for cheaper than balcony, which I think usually is the case, I would go with the ocean view to save money. I prefer the balcony if they're about the same, but ocean view turned out to be really nice, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So I think that's certainly something to consider for future cruises, especially like you say, if it's port intense, that you don't spend as much time in your cabin. I think it works out fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping track of the pricing on cruises and getting the good deals. And so, again, we kind of did this one to try out a ocean view. As far as I think the value was, I think it included a lot more than what NCL would give you without nickel and diming you for every single thing. There was some nickel and diming, but not nearly as much of these, add-ons where you see a really low price and then you add on all the things you need and it's like, whoa, it just doubled. But I didn't feel that way. We kind of got an inclusive package, which included the airfare. Now, I will say that in hindsight, I would not use their airfare again. I've used airfare with other cruises, and I've never had a bad flight on any of the included airfare. But when I look at what the compensation would have been if we did not do their included airfare, I can get down, we live in Ohio, I can get from Ohio to Miami a lot cheaper than $500 a person. So I think that I would not do that. But the overall bang for your buck on board, I thought it was a great value. And
yeah, I do too. I do too.
So between the 3, Craig, who do you think is the best value?
The best value. Well, I really like Oceania, so I'm gonna go with that.
I'm gonna go with Oceania and Celebrity.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna go with both.
Okay.
But we will tell you that we got a really good deal on the Oceania, but they include a lot more. And I think it's just a level up. Even though Celebrity and Oceania are supposed to be on par, I think Oceania does edge them out on several things. But the big question is, would we sail Celebrity again?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's comparable to the NCL and Oceania. I think they are certainly a contender for future cruises. I think they're very good. I had a very good time, and it was a great ship.
And would you sail specifically on that ship again?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with their other ships, So, I mean, I like that one. But again, I like the line, so I'd consider any ship, I think, that's out there. And, you know, it's just one more line that we have now to choose and compete against each other. So I think it's certainly comparable to the NCL and Oceania. So I liked it a lot.
Yeah, with all the cruising that we've done, I think that it's really interesting to see their strengths and their weaknesses. And I think every line excels at something that the other ones just do a little less. And I think that's what I really enjoy about trying out the different ones. So really happy with the Celebrity.
Yep, I liked it a lot.
All right. Well, we thank you for watching our video. We hope you got some good information. Maybe it'll help you plan your next cruise. And if you did get some good information, please like and subscribe. It really helps us, and it'll keep me making some content for you. Take care.
Bye now.